What's up, Facebook? It's your girl, Lakeisha Mosley, back with another episode of Convo with Keisha. I am so excited, y'all. Y'all know I've been talking to HBCU alumni band members, and tonight is no different. But guess what? I got a couple tonight, y'all. I got my girl Asia and her husband Jorim here with us tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Reid. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So excited to have y'all on here. So glad to talk about you all, your band experience, HBCUs, as well as the book. So before we get into it too deep, I want to start by giving y'all a chance to introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay. First, I'm telling you, I'm sharing because my mama gonna call me if I don't do it. So let me.
Yeah,
let me
go
share
ahead.
my- let me-
We don't want moms to be on this, okay?
so I'm sharing it right now on my page. So okay, here we go. Okay, we good to go. Okay. So what was your question? I'm sorry, I missed it. Trying to share.
Start by introducing yourselves. Tell us who you are and what you
Okay.
do.
All right. So my name is Asia Reid, and I am an HR professional. I'm managing director of employee relations at Teach for America. I also have my own business, Reid Creative Solutions, where I provide HR help for people and small businesses. And I am a wife and a mother of three, and that's about it.
That's enough right there in a mind. Come on now, give yourself some credit. You and Mr. Jorim.
Yeah, and I'm Jorim Reid, and I'm married to this wonderful, beautiful woman. I'm a father of three, and I'm director of bands. Been a director of bands, a college band director for 21 years. Yeah.
And he's the director of bands at
director of bands. So I got to represent.
I'm being say now. Come on now.
I'm a rapper, so but Favorite State pays the bills. So so I'm gonna rep the Broncos.
Oh my gosh, he is hilarious.
Gotta do what you're supposed to do.
I mean, you're right. You got the rep.
Bleed orange and green, but I got to show that Bronco blue.
And you also are the owner of Vision Tree LLC, a production.
Oh yeah,
company.
That part, yeah.
How he get him together? Cause
it's part of my job. Wife duties never end because he's so humble. He's so humble, though.
Humble.
I see that. I see that, Lord. Well, we love it that you humble, bro, but we want the shout outs because we need people to follow, support, all that, okay? We need folks to do that. So I'm so glad to talk with y'all. Band members, right?
Yep.
Band members. So let's talk about that. Look, somebody say Bronco Pride. They are
that's one of my students right there. First round draft.
Right. Thank you, Sean.
Right, Sean. I see you. Tell the rest of them to get on. Tell them I'm gonna take roll.
Right.
Extra credit.
Yep. Extra credit for tuning in, right?
Share to the FSU Fayetteville State University alumni site. Tell them we need some money.
Like already. Donate. Can we say donate?
Donate.
He does not behave, just so you know. This disclaimer.
I'm not gonna behave.
He always cuts up.
That's all right. We love it. Over here, they say I be cutting up too, girls. So I mean, we might be cutting up together, but it's good to chat with y'all. Let's talk about this HBCU band experience.
Okay.
What is that like?
So I'll go. It's like none other. I met my husband through that experience. My best friends, my network is just top notch from the people that I met in the band. Also, it taught me leadership, perseverance, grit, because it's hard, marching in the band in Florida, the humidity, it's like heat is there, but it sits on you, it weighs on you because it's so hot. But I wouldn't change it now. I couldn't do it now. But as an 18-year-old, it was the best time. No bills, no kids. We traveled a lot. Our band is renowned, well respected. So
yeah, somebody crying. They crying laughing.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. It kind of shaped me into who I am today and my skills, definitely. And then we got this man right here. He was head drum major at FME Marching 100. So, he was a big dog. He escorted Hillary Clinton and Who else?
Wow.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah.
Jorim, you just too humble, bro.
He really is humble. You know, I mean, and I wasn't there, but they performed in the inauguration parade. I mean, it's just the experiences. It's
Right.
the student experience. And so I feel like when you do that, you love your school and you want to give back and you want to donate because you have such a
Mhm.
wonderful experience. So we really, really enjoy our time.
Right,
Mm.
right. I love hearing that.
You gonna say something?
I forgot the question. I'm supposed to talk about my HBC experience with band.
Yes, your
I
band
Yeah.
mean,
experience.
I mean, I I would say my HBCU experience at the time, the number one band in the world, Florida A&M University. Now they're number two behind Fayetteville State University. Um, you know, you know, I'm keeping it real. Uh, you know, I must say that my experience is different. At the time it was passionate. I didn't know that my course would be guided to be doing a college band. I didn't want to be a college band director. I didn't want to be the conductor of the HBCU experience. Um,
Mm.
but I found it. I know my wife's talking about the things that I've been blessed to experience, but I've always looked at it as okay. I experienced that so that I can create a lived experience for my students.
Mhm.
Um, I look at it analogous to we talk about championship winning coaches and teams. Well, I was on the championship winning team. So the only way you're gonna win a championship is you have a coach that was on the championship winning team. And
Right.
so to have those experiences, like I marched with Mickey Mouse, met Bill Clinton many
Multiple
times,
times, yeah.
uh, all of those things and travel, everywhere just because of the band.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
want to make sure as a director of bands at a HBCU that I want my students to have those experiences of
Right.
meeting people and of different um, regions. There's this new thing now where we talk about we want to have diversity at HBCUs, and I have a problem with that. I'll go on record and say it. HBCU's been diverse since they were founded.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
another conversation. I feel like this new language is a dog whistle. That's another conversation. Diversity versus dilution.
Yeah.
So we've always
That
been diverse. So, but anyway, we
Told you
gotta
to
give
cut
you.
up. I told you.
So, um, I'm saying.
I'm having fun. 'Cause look, somebody already talking about you, bro. Brian say, did he really say that? Paul say he definitely did, brother.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody saying preach.
yeah.
So they ready to pass the
Yeah,
collection.
but I mean, all of a sudden we got to be diverse, like but having that experience, having your students be able to travel, I remember, wanting my students to travel on an airplane. I knew that would I be able to take my band somewhere and let them get on the airplane for the first time because a lot of our kids at a diverse HBCU, as they have been since what was the first HBCU, Cheney in Pennsylvania,
Cheney, yeah.
right? So a lot of our students are first generation college students or don't
Mhm.
have the means or resources or experience lives to have even been on an airplane.
Right.
So I want them to experience that or they experience traveling on a bus, not just in the state. What is it like to
Right.
drive to be out of state and when took some students to Illinois and they saw what amber waves of grain was. You hear it in the song, you sing America the Beautiful, and you finally see amber waves of grain, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then you see it for miles and miles. And then, of course, then it clicked. Then they started thinking like, hey, Mr. Reid, is this why they filmed that movie, that tornado movie? And but to be able to experience that, because a lot of times, without those certain means to be able to travel and experience the world, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so I feel like my experience at FAMU at that time, I was just at the right place at the right time, and we were doing all of these things, and that's what it impressed upon me to see the students who I were, my fellow classmates who were experiencing things. I wasn't there when they went to Paris, but I remember the students before me that had gone Florida A&M went to Paris. They still talk about that trip.
Mhm.
Oh,
To this day,
wow.
and these guys are like in their 60s. They still talking about like, yeah, we went to Paris, and And so that's what it is to me. And also being in that experience of leadership that also informed my profession. So
Yeah, I love that. Like honesty. I have to go on record. I did not attend an HBCU. I did go to a PWI. However, just talking with so many of you, I just see the camaraderie, I see the connection, I see the family orient. So I went to PWI. I think I got a great education. However, I left them what it was when I graduated. Like I holler, we don't talk, we good. But that's not the case with HBCU alumni. So tell me, wasn't HBCU your first choice?
Hmm. So I would say yes and no, and let me tell you why. In high school, my perception was that HBCUs were less than. But do you know what pivotal moment changed that for me? The TV show A Different World.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I'm like, wow, I didn't know people that looked like me had these great schools. Also, talking about being in a band when I was in middle school, my band director, Dr. McDonald, took us to Hampton University for a band performance, and I was like, "This is a beautiful campus. Oh my god, I want
I
to."
gotta interrupt her. Her middle school band director is her middle school band director is the current director of bands at Tennessee State.
Yep,
Okay, go ahead.
Really?
that's his very first job. Yeah, but just being in the band can take you so many places, and so me seeing Hampton University, the campus, and so I applied to I think UNC. Everything else was HBCUs. It was Spelman, Hampton, FAMU. And I grew up in Atlanta, so that was 4 hours away from me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And the business school it was really my first reason why. Second
Mm-hmm.
was the band. So the business school was excellent. And so I do want to tell you that I had no prior experience with the Marching 100. I didn't know what to expect. I'm thinking, in high school I was a drum major. I'm the deal. I get that, girl. The whole band was drum majors and section leaders. Like 90% of the band stood up. I was like, oh shoot. They but they've been to band camp. They had at a high school band camp. I never went, so I didn't know. I mean, it is a serious thing. The way
Yes.
the way you come in the band room, the way your cases are up against the wall, the reverence for what you're playing and what you're doing. And so
Mhm.
to answer your question, it was my first choice after I actually watched that show, A Different World, and I
Mhm.
learned and I visited the campus for myself. I went to Spelman campus and I saw, oh, okay, this is what I want to do. So yeah, that's my answer. What's your answer?
Man, I was raised but not born in Miami, Florida. So um, everybody knew everybody knew what the 100 was, what and who, the culture, everything about the 100. You
Right.
knew you knew about the 100. I mean, you had every band was imitating the
Your band
100.
director was in
All pretty
100.
much all of the band directors were from the Marching 100. My high school
Mhm.
director, Mr. Kenneth Talbert. Um, as far as did I know, I didn't know what I was going to do coming out of college.
High
I
school.
was excuse me, out of high school. I I uh I kept trying to get in the military. I kept trying to play football. I mean, I used to get cursed out by the coaches. Like, man, get your yellow ass out here play some football. You could be a linebacker. You out here marching with that doggone band that whistle. I mean,
They
I
gave
didn't
you a hard
yeah,
time.
yeah. Huh?
They gave you a hard time like that.
Yeah, man. Coach goes be like, man, you come out here, man. You out here, with that band. You need to come out here. And that was a culture, but that was a culture in Miami. At the time you had
Right.
the U. So I mean,
University of Miami.
like people watching on in the NFL or some of these I grew up seeing them, or playing with them. Like, so everybody, you either did band, football, or some other extracurricular things. So
Street pharmacy.
I'm not going to say we know today. No, sir. You
I mean, I mean,
crowd is
I
dying
mean,
laughing at you.
that's what it was. That's what it was.
Right.
In Miami, so um, so I thought about, I had a scholarship at the University of Miami, Indiana University, Virginia Tech. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was running from FAMU because, high school, I was like, oh, he's the band guy, because, getting all these band accolades. And then I didn't want to, and then some people would tease and say, that's the 13th grade. And meaning they would call FAM the 13th grade because they were saying that everybody from Miami just wound up just going there. And I mean, yeah, you would go to Tallahassee, which is 8 hours away from Miami, and see everybody, but you see a lot more people than just that. But I ran from it. I didn't even apply. I applied everywhere, looked everywhere. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then the director of bands, Dr. Julian White, my junior year had offered me a scholarship at state competition. And I thought about it. Then I looked at the money, looked at the, so it's like the HBCU gave me the opportunity. So University of Miami gave me at the time was like $15,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
But it cost like $30,000 a year to go there. So
make it make sense, bro.
Yeah, so I could have stayed in Miami and drove and still would not have been, and then, I thought about going to Indiana University because I was, born in Chicago and all my family's in Gary, Indiana. So I was like, okay, I could get residency in Indiana, just go to IU because Indiana University at the time was kind of like that in Illinois. It was like the music schools. That was the place to go. And then late in the midnight hour, I was really a last show up. I showed up to FAMU for what we called it pre-drill. We didn't call it camp. Band camp, or we didn't crab or anything, I guess what they say, family people are snobs, but we didn't have crabs. You was a freshman,
just a little bit.
You was a freshman in the band, so I came up as a freshman in the band, a freshman, not no crab. I didn't crab the band. He was a freshman, and you get your in line freshman. So you had to. I showed up and I applied when I got there. I think I came up that summer and talked to Dr. White to see if the offer was still there, and kind of I made the decision. My final decision was to go ahead to leave, to not do University of Miami, because that was my because I wanted to get an oboe scholarship with John D, and he's like one of the greatest oboe players in the world that I could have studied with. But I never told my parents, got mad at me because I never told them who he was. But the thing was at the time
they're watching right now too.
Oh, they are. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Hey,
you gotta be in trouble when you get out here and this recorded, Mom and Dad.
That he grown.
But I think the final straw was I knew I needed to get out of Miami. I'm 17 years old, and then my high school classmate, the night we were celebrating, one of my good friends, who was on a football scholarship going to Ball State. We was all meeting up because he was leaving early, and friend Calvin got shot and killed. And for me, it was kind of like, and what was funny was we were on the way to the get together, and the whole 441 is this like stretch that go north south in Miami. It was all roped off and everything, and we was in the car like, man, we just kind of was dismissive, like, somebody else got shot, again, and we got we didn't have cell phones then, you had beepers.
Yeah,
you didn't call them pages. There was a beeper. Pages.
Don't you still have one around here somewhere?
I don't know. I wish
I thought you
had on eBay. It was a beeper. So, and I didn't even have a beeper, and we found out the next day what had happened.
Up. I told you.
And I think that was my thing. I said I got to get out of I got to get out of Dade. So and there, matriculated at FAMU.
Ooh, well, look, somebody dropped some eyeballs. I want to know what that means, Charles. So if you want to DM your girl, because you must know some info. I don't DM your girl, then you'll do an exclusive interview, okay?
Chuck it.
He's in a book, so you might be interviewing him.
Okay, Charles.
He went to two.
Somebody said first round. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, because Charles Connor, he went here. He got his degrees from Fayetteville State University. And also the students that are on this call right now are some of his former students. So Chuck, you know, he's approved. He can eyeball.
That is hilarious. Oh my God. Okay, Charles, we gonna talk offline because you must know something, boo. I want the deets for real. I want the deets. So I love that because for me, I started at Southern University. And then I wasn't acting right. Mama told me, come on back to Alexandria. Come on back. And so I wound up finishing at Northwestern. Oh, he talking about, oh Lord, here we go. Charles knows something. You done something.
Nah, he don't want me. Chuck don't want me to say nothing. No, Chuck don't want me to say nothing.
He better be quiet.
He was a drum major also at Fayetteville State University. He's one of our esteemed, prestigious music department graduates of Fayetteville State University.
What? That's a good thing, right?
Yes.
Don't do him like that, Jorim. You ain't right.
Actually, it is. I'm excluding something though.
Yeah.
That's why.
Uh-oh. Okay. No, stop. We gotta stop, bro. We gotta stop.
Tell Chuck, this is our interview, dog. You can't be taking
Right? Tell him, shut it down. Like that's we gonna get back on track. Now, so for me, when I think about HBCUs, you know, the first thing comes to mind is drumline. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people think. But it's funny because as I talk to folks, they like, no, ma'am, that is only a fraction of what actually goes on in a band. But think about the HBCU experience. Would it be one without the band? What do y'all think?
No. The band HBCUs experience, we are ambassadors of HBCUs. I mean, if you think about it, look at any kind of promotional materials, you see the band or a picture of a band member, a drum major, any event that is promoting the school usually involves the band.
Right.
So, I mean, we set the atmosphere at sporting events. So, no, I don't think it would be the same without us. You know,
Right.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah. It definitely, and I know that it comes at a controversial. It comes, I guess, to come from me, it would be controversial because I have colleagues in the music department, and sometimes that could, you know, almost feel as if it is taking a deficit view of their area, you know, or this ensemble, that ensemble. So I would more so say that the band program is the tip of the spear, because within the band programs that I've been in and had students that participated in all these ensembles. So therefore, by default, it has been the ambassador, because at one football game, even at a small college, at the smallest college, with a low attendance, it's still going to be performance for more than that entire faculty for probably their entire careers.
Right.
And also, I want to give you an analogy about the band. You know how you have like athletic programs? The money makers is what? The football team, right? So they help fund everything else. And so HBCU, the marching band program, they help. Normally, they're your largest ensemble, and they help kind of funnel all the other music and band programs as well. So.
Right. I look at it as, you know, on the movie, every section was saying, we're the pulse, you know, we're the heartbeat, we're this, we're that. And you know, every section y'all said they was the reason why the band existed. But honestly, for me, I don't see HBCUs. And although I know there are some that don't have band programs, but you're right. When you think of it, the first thing on the brochure is the band either is the forefront or in the background.
Well, you know what? I think we should think of it this way, of the importance of HBCU band. You have HBCUs that do not have football teams. Some HBCUs that do not have athletic programs. And then what's funny is I've had students to ask, why in the heck does this university even have a marching band? And they have marching bands that do actual field shows and travel and do all kinds of stuff, but they don't even have any sporting events to attach themselves to. So that's something to think about. That there are a lot of HBCUs that actually have marching bands and they like have a football field for the marching band.
Like Talladega College. They don't have. No, I mean, I'm not throwing shade. It's just a fact. They don't have a
Right.
football team, but they have a very large marching band.
Right. And I think, and look, he keep pulling his head down. We know where you went,
Oh,
sir.
I gotta do the Fred, the Fred Taylor of
Look,
the
let
show.
him know. Let
Yeah,
him know.
gotta do the Fred Taylor.
Right. You
uh,
gotta let them know what it is. You gotta let them know. But that just speaks to the program and how it helps funnel students. I was talking
Mhm.
with Dr. Christie on Sunday, and we were talking about how some kids they troublemakers. They get put in band before you know it. They're they're the drum major or they're the section leader,
Mhm.
because band has drawn something out of them. What are some things you feel like being a part of the band has really helped bring out of you?
So I will say leadership, working in teams. So when I was in the band, we have committees like show planning committee, entertainment committee, where we actually sit down, create the entire show. Well, everybody doesn't have the same viewpoint. So, I can kind of now in my current job, I can understand that because this person might be crazy. Back in the band, I had somebody crazy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I can I can transfer people with different types of personalities into what I do now.
Right.
I'll say leadership. I was in Psi Beta Sigma National Honorary Band Sorority. I was vice president. I was able to bring in a line. We can't say line. Can you say line?
I mean, that's what it was then.
A pledge group
Can't
of
No,
100
change.
what
people.
You can't
Uh,
change history. It
uh,
happened.
so
You
I mean,
pledged.
so well, I pledged Psi Beta Sigma, and I mean, even that, you have your executive board. I was a band business manager, so I was able to plan the band ball, budgeting. That's like real life application for
yeah.
the budget. Delegation. I was a camp counselor for our band camp over like 500 girls. I was over all those girls. Those things are invaluable, you know,
Yeah.
and so I can, so now, I mean, I can say it's not necessarily, a job, but it was a job as a young woman. And so it
Mhm.
really shaped my leadership skills. So that's what I
Right.
learned from it, as well as a family, my closest friends, still to this day. I mean, we talk now like every other day. I met them my freshman year in the band. I met my husband who is so funny. We were both born, he's not gonna claim it, but from the same town in Indiana, but we didn't even know it until the band connected us. Yeah, I was born in Gary. Anyway, he's a mess. So I was born in Gary, Indiana, but I grew up in Atlanta. I moved when I was 5, right? He was born in a hospital in Chicago, got in a car and drove to Gary where all his family was. So he from Gary, Indiana too.
Why he
But
trying to front?
yeah,
Yeah, get them
yeah.
together, sis.
But it's just stuff like that. Like of course, after we determined that we weren't related to each other, we had to make sure that was making sure
I'm
that
not
was.
going down south where I'm at.
But yeah, but I mean stuff like that. Like our entire families are both in the same area, and being in the college band, I was able to find that person, my husband, and so just that's what I gained from
Oh, that's so sweet. Look at him trying to be modest. I'm gonna ask Charles. I know you ain't modest.
it.
I would probably, I guess, to piggyback off of what we talked about earlier. Band programs are the most diverse units on campus. There's a misconception and a misperception of everybody in the band just being music majors, but it's such a small fraction of band students that are music majors. And there's a study that my grad school professor at Florida State did on band programs and recruitment, but he used the PWI and how diverse as far as majors band programs are. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody that had such an impact, but there are more people that were impacted by band programs that are not music majors than actual music majors. You know,
Hmm.
like just to to think about it. So when I think of like you're saying, like these experiences and all of these uh uh, you know, ideas of meeting people,
Mhm.
lifetime friendships and all these things.
Mhm.
And like I to know that I've marched in the band with Secret Service agents, current and former, not just one or two, that people that are
Mhm.
in the FBI,
Mhm.
people that are, in state congresses,
Mhm.
people that are, and they were in the band. They didn't, they may have played a horn or a drum, but they majored in other things.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right.
so that's what I like to think of, when I think of the band program being like the face of the institution, because there's no other unit that has the diversity that really represents every single major at an
Right.
institution. And I can say that after looking at it for 21 years.
Right.
Yeah, from nursing to just from everything,
Business.
business.
That's true.
We know medical doctors.
Mhm.
So
That's true. That's true. I think it opens the door for people to not have to be a music major. Dr. Christie's talked about that. She was like, you can get a band scholarship
Mhm.
to play in the band, but that don't mean you have to major in music. Your
Correct.
major can be, whatever you desire
Oh, if
for
Mhm.
it.
Fayetteville State has some band scholarships for anybody listening, Assistant Director of Bands, Mr. Chalmers is probably on there. He's going to put
He
the,
is.
the the MBX phone number in the chat. So we are doing virtual auditions and
That
trying to get
is
our weight up.
hilarious. Now you
You would just did the muscle emoji.
Yeah,
Well,
muscle, fire, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle emoji.
emoji in real life.
oh
Real
my
life.
gosh. Oh my god. So I know, I see the band now, just talking with you all, as more than just the show. The band is a culture. It
Mhm.
is totally something that should be taken very seriously. And I think when these movies just really just make it all just washed up. Like all you do is go, you beat on the drum, you hit the horn, oh, you just dance, you juke, and you put on your uniform. When it's really not that, it is an entire culture of men and women coming together for one common thing, and that's because of musicianship. They love music, but also it's a family, it's a whole gathering thing. So think about all these movies where bands are kind of symbolized. What is one misconception that you want to like set the record straight about?
I have one.
He held his finger up.
Drumline is not real.
Wait, did he have to get close, Asia?
Yes.
Because I just feel like I've been seasoned in this area for long enough to where I have been in meetings with upper level
Administrator.
yeah, that, and they'll say dismissively, "Oh, I've seen Drumline. I know what it is you guys do out there." Exactly.
Hey, with
Well,
you.
yeah.
That's the face you give them.
No, 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 no.
I would
I'll
believe
do this face. I'll do
you.
this one.
Oh my gosh. Um, Misconceptions. I don't know. I hate hearing one time at band camp. It really annoys me. I mean, or band geek. It's like I'm not a geek. We have a talent that brings us all together for one common
Right.
goal.
Right.
Um, and also, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Drumline, the movie, the actual movie. I'm not gonna say it, but it was the people who made the movie, the executives. They were a lot of FAMU alums. When I marched in the band, the drumline script, the people who wrote the script, they came to our band field and they studied us. And so the band uniforms in the movie was actually Southwest DeKalb High School, who was a family graduate. His band, he just had the same colors, and they just put Atlanta A&T. So it is not about any other school. It is
Mm-hmm.
simply a fictitious university that happens to have the same colors as a real one, but it is not about that real school.
Right.
But a lot of our friends and colleagues were involved in it at various schools, but it was heavily
Give a name.
I'm sorry, Don P. Roberts, the creator of Drumline Live. He was heavily I mean, he pretty much, if
He
he
still
wasn't
is.
involved,
He
yeah.
was involved with Coachella. You know,
Bay,
whenever you see or
Baychella.
Fat even recently, the Marvel Cinematic Universe where they had the marching band. Whenever you see a HBCU black marching band in movie or media,
They probably have
Don
called him.
Roberts, former FAMU drum major,
Hmm.
is involved.
Yeah, he was behind. You know that
Yeah.
Baychella, the Beyonce's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, we say we have the hashtag. We brag different, but I mean, we have so many things to be proud of for my band members.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen a New Edition movie, Bobby Brown. Bobby
Mm-hmm.
Brown, he played sousaphone in the Martian 100.
Wow.
Yeah, Woody McLean. I mean, so I mean, we just have a lot of things to be proud of, and yeah, I can admit we can be a little bit arrogant. No, but no, I mean, but we can't be. But it's, I mean, it comes from a place. A lot of, I mean, maybe not now, but when we were coming up in the band, or when the bands were being established, HBCU
Mhm.
culture, FAMU was one of the pivotal ones that did the innovation and things like that.
Right.
So I mean, so it comes with along with a lot of pride. My sister is
Right.
FaceTiming me, and I don't know why she knows. Family just,
They want to talk. They want to
family
talk.
just, I just, they just don't care. You know what? I'm so happy that we have our three kids. They have not come in here yet. Look at God. I'm just, I gave them some
Don't do the babies
instructions,
like that. Don't do the babies like
but I
that.
mean, I gave them some instructions, so I'm proud of
Right.
them. I may need to give them some, extra TV time or
Look,
something.
look at that. Look at his face. I'm over here trying to focus, but I'm conflicted with the FAMU and the Fayette State. Like, I'm conflicted, sir.
Fayetteville State pays the bills, and your viewers right now, it might be a high concentration, a high volume of Fayetteville State people. So far, I've seen everybody that commented are from Fayetteville State.
Not all
What?
of them, but
Except,
girl.
well, so far that I've seen, I think I saw. Well, I can't see.
You a trip. You a trip. So we're gonna get into the love story a little bit. I'm gonna get in y'all business for a little bit.
Okay.
So you say you met there we go. So you met your boo in the band.
Hmm.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Why he got his head down like that? Jorim, do you want to tell the story, or you want Asia to tell the story?
So I had synced I had graduated when she came in, so I was going to Florida State, and then I had saw her. I think she had just won Miss Kappa Kappa Psi Delta Iota. So I was like, okay, you know, and so kind of over the years, and then it was at I think, well, we reconnected really when Michael Jackson passed. When Michael Jackson died, she started posting stuff that only somebody from Gary or related to Gary or been in Gary, Indiana
Where
would know.
you came
So
from?
people who, something that people can talk about Gary, Indiana, but like, nah, you just not gonna say certain things. So,
He
I
slid in
had
the
to, I had to,
DMs.
I
He
had
slid
to
in the
ask,
DMs.
I had to ask some questions, like, what you
He
know
slid
about
in the
Gary?
DMs.
Uh, Thank you, sis. Gone to the mic.
And then the next year, she slid her number to me.
Oh yeah, I did. Because he was being all extra shy. So
So she slid her number to me.
because he was standing around like, and I was like, "Do you want my number? Here it is. Okay." Because he pretends to be shy, but he is not. So he was putting on playing a little role. He is not shy at all. People who know,
Mm,
y'all know he is not shy. He just tries, So no, mm-mm. But yeah, that's what happened. And so we reconnected, and so it was easy because I knew all his people. We knew our mutual friends. So that part of trying to get to know who that was the easier part. And so we dated intentionally.
right.
It wasn't, we weren't like kids, so we dated intentionally to marry. So yeah.
I love that. Wait, somebody being messy right here.
Okay.
Oh.
Joram, you set the trap. If somebody say you acting shy, So they know you.
Exactly. So it was.
I don't think I'm that shy.
I mean, when you were standing around all coyly, like, I'll just wait for her to finish her conversation.
No. I turned my hat backwards.
I'm talking about when I gave you my number. You
Wait,
standing right.
somebody say it's the Ray
No. Okay. No. You was cussing somebody out.
That probably was. I mean,
Somebody was getting cussed out, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Not Asia. No.
Oh, that's hot. Let me.
Yeah, don't. Oh yeah. So you overlook all that. You like.
I mean, yeah, I probably was. I mean, I've always been everybody that knows me know Asia keeps it real. It has been toned down quite a bit in my, with maturity.
Right.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably was. I can't even deny that. But yeah, he got the number though. So, and I will say that I want to give my friend Leslie Lee the credit because she always like, I think you and Jorim would be a good couple. And I was in my phase of I just want to deal with losers. When you're young and you're stupid, you just
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Let me see what he's talking about. Because Jorim has always been a very, very he's been one of the good guys. He is a wholesome bruz. He's a wholesome cues. So he's always been.
Yeah, it's only. I mean.
But
oh, she don't like when I say it's a PNG thing.
Oh!
So I don't want to get in trouble.
Tell him don't do that. You disrespecting the whole. Listen, I'm Divine 9 too. You disrespecting the whole thing.
You already said it. Okay. All right.
You're gonna get in trouble later. You're gonna be in trouble. Y'all witnesses too, and it's recorded.
Oh, no. Put up.
I'm looking for it. Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna say I'm looking for it right now.
So I know you're not shy if you are cute. I already. He tried to front. But exactly. Say it's only right. I see all my sisters in the Divine 9. We all good, okay? But I know you ain't shy, bro.
Exactly, right?
You ain't shy. You not shy at all. So that's band brought y'all together.
Yep.
And y'all been rocking how many years now?
Well, married 9 and dating 10, almost 11. So
He not answering. Oh,
yeah, that would be 11, 10, 11.
We're married 9 years, so.
So we know Jorim still is involved in band at his school. But my question is, don't you bring up your school that you in now? What are you doing for your alumni school? Are you still involved in any alumni things at FAMU? Both of y'all both involved?
I'll answer. So it's kind of tough because when you're married to a college band director and your college, they have the same football schedule. So he has a band. So it's hard to do that, as far as, attending games and going to homecoming and stuff like that. So that can be a challenge. But as far as like the familial bond, yes, we actually have a funding challenge going on right now. But I also know from his standpoint, which I mean, I don't mind saying, he's like, well, I have my own band, so I need to make sure that my band is funded as well.
Sure.
So I understand that. So
right.
Yeah, some informal things like, the March of 100 Alumni Association alumni dues, which I need to pay for this year for both of us. But yeah, we still, we still do.
He's really stoic over there. Look at his face.
Yeah.
That is a tough one, though. You're right.
It's very tough. And I mean, I'm a very supportive wife. So, I mean, we are pretty much at every football game. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So, every blue moon, it's like the schedules may align to where we can get down there. Because I do want to brainwash our kids into the FAMU way, a little bit.
Did you say brainwash sis?
I did. Yeah.
It's only right, though. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm-hmm.
It's only right that
Yep.
they keep up the tradition. When I talk to a lot of A&T, they are like, my mom went, my dad went, my uncles went, so
Mhm.
it's only, you know, a given that I go, and I think I love that too about HBCUs. It's a legacy
Mhm.
that is passed on from, generation to generation. Where, okay, my mom went, I feel like I just, I need to go, or I want to go, because it's just in our family. We're already ingrained in it. So I absolutely like just love that. That's great. So what are y'all doing now with your prospective businesses? Like, what's going on with y'all now?
So I work for Teach for America, but I have my own HR consulting firm. So I help individuals and businesses with HR things such as performance improvement, career coaching. So I'm doing that now. And my full time job, which takes up a lot of time, I work in the employee relations realm with Teach for America. And I am extremely active with my chapter Delta Sigma Theta here, and then just running behind these three kids. So yeah, and having a life with a family and husband, and who knows what we may have next. We got this book coming out.
Yes,
Uh, so yeah, so who knows what
yes.
the future may bring.
What about you, Doc?
Hey, I'm I I guess the full disclosure coming off of the previous question about as far as supporting my alma mater, uh having worked at two HBCUs, I see that there's just like there's inequities in funding for PWIs. There's even inequities in different levels of funding and support at HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I know firsthand of what I had an experience at FAMU, and then to see what we have to, really kind of work and articulate getting at where I am. For example, Fayetteville State's band program has never been over 150 or 160 people, whereas FAMU has maintained over 250 to 300 for
Yeah.
decades, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's mentioning a fundraiser that they have in well, at FAMU you can have a fundraising challenge within the sections,
Hmm.
where one section, what just one section's raised already, what, 20 grand?
I think so.
So that's just 20 grand, right?
Hmm.
I would pray and ask God to be able to just to try. So I can't consciously, you know, like really, knowing what my students' needs are.
Right.
Man, you know, we've had sections at FAMU that have been twice the size of my current band, COVID band right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just a section. We've had more trombones, at FAMU than we have band. Like everybody, auxiliary, just everybody. They had more trombones, and that's just one section. So over the years, you
Right.
can raise that amount of money, and you can have that type of reach, and trying to get some to understand how why people will give back to something that they were passionate about while they're undergrad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have some other tensions at play, that kind of interfere with some other programs really expanding that
Mhm.
Right.
often are not articulated or understood. So I can't really I like from my Delta Iota chapter, family, we raised, I forgot it, like 15,000, I forgot, I mean, $1,000 we raised in a week, just the band fraternity chapter, you
Wow.
know, just the band fraternity chapter, just because we chartered,
Right.
and just and meanwhile, at where I'm now, uh, we just colonized the two band fraternity band sorority, so it's like so it's going to take a lot of time and years, so um, so it's not that that don't mean I don't love my institution. I'm just like
Right.
nah, man, like I want the students that I'm seeing every day to have what
Exactly.
I know they can have. So,
Mhm.
really, as far as what I'm working on, so that we can exist, not coexist, exist.
Right. That's true.
Facilities, structure, infrastructure, the student experience, and resources, and that type of support. And it's and so that's where my time and my resources go. And even so wherever I've been at, I'm in that alumni association. I'm in alumni association where I work. HBCU that needs support. Not saying that family don't need support, but I know they, there's haves and have-nots. I know who the have-nots are.
Right, who is the have and have nots when it comes to that. So yeah, I definitely understand that. And even trying to support your alumni, but that this is home and this is where you need to take care of, because like you say, they pay the bills, but also you're passionate about what you do with where you work at now. So definitely, I can see how difficult that'll be to do that. Now I gotta ask y'all something real funny, because Dr. Kelly, I interviewed her last night, the first female drum major. Okay,
My auntie, yep.
yeah, she don't play no games. She said out that she played drums. Do y'all get that question too? If as being a drum major, people thought you played the drum.
Yes.
Don't say that, please. Don't. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray for us. Why?
Yep. Or majoring in drums. I've heard that too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that was hilarious to me. I said, wait, they think, she was like, yeah, they thought that I played the drums, and I'm like, no. Like, I do not. I play other things. So that's some of the crazy questions we get. So give people just a little bit about what your chapter is about. Don't give it out to them, because we need them to buy the book next week. We need them to go to Amazon and get the book.
A little bit. I'll give you this teaser. I saw my husband in uniform before I actually came to FAMU and knew that he was going to be my husband. I'll talk about that.
Really? I can't wait to read y'all chapter. Y'all chapter together or it's separate?
It's together.
What? Why are you laughing? Why is he laughing?
She saw them drum majors.
I didn't even know. I didn't know I wanted to come to FAMU yet. But yeah. I only saw the band one time before I made a decision to want to be in it. That's all it took.
Wow. Charles messy, y'all. Y'all need to get him when we get out of here. He messy.
You gonna catch a
Oh my gosh. I have had the best time with y'all. Y'all are hilarious. This is so funny. And the support. I love the support of the Fayette State University. They alumni, right? I don't want to say they alumni.
I mean,
some current students in there.
Okay. Look down there we go. I have certainly enjoyed chatting with y'all. I cannot wait till this book comes out. I really think it is going to bring some awareness to bands, because again, people think all you do is put on a uniform and march around and dance on the field. And like you just said, Asia, it's committees, it's all kind of things that go on behind the scenes to make sure that show looks right. Y'all see us juking, but y'all don't know what went into making that happen. And now you, Mr. Jorim, as a band director, you know what it takes to put these shows together and get people in line and what you want, your band to portray. So I'm just excited for this book to definitely come out. So somebody ain't dropped the donate button. Now I'm gonna give you your opportunity, Jorim, to tell them where they need to, how they can support, how they can connect with you.
I don't know who's on.
Everybody was on. Look, they all dropping it. We sharing them. We sharing them.
Oh, he's giving some instructions. But I guess while we're doing that, we can provide some. Oh, there go his mom. See, she's watching.
Hey, Mom. Mom, I got a recording for you because you heard the text on here, so I got it for you.
That means she just found a chat.
But, like that.
I know how to work this typewriter. why the typewriter, bro? How you gonna do your mom? You know what? But anyway, while he's doing that, we can give you our social media
Yes.
handles. So my business one is Reid, Reid Creative, Creative Solutions, Solutions. So Reid Creative Solutions. That's my Instagram handle. And you gonna give him your
No,
what is it? Is it Jorim J?
oh, Jorim, Jorim Reid at Gmail.
No,
Who you talking about?
if social media.
Oh,
Oh Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
Joram underscore
Oh
R.
Lord Jesus, he didn't give people his email address.
Why you giving people your email address? Why?
Because he wasn't paying attention. Uh
Hey,
yeah.
work don't stop. Stop.
Right?
The hustle.
It don't, honestly. It does
Mhm.
not stop. So I am so excited for the book. I heard it comes out next Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so we need folks to go and get this book. This is going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I have enjoyed chatting with y'all. I hope we get to chat again. I definitely want to talk about the band some more. We're gonna talk about this diversity versus what you call it, delusion.
Hey,
We're
Yep.
gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
We're gonna have to
nobody
talk
wants to
about
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
I've heard
yeah, he spelled it wrong. RIM.
Jorim.
Yeah, it's JORIM
That's
underscore R.
that's that Dr. White
it.
stuff.
Yeah, and we'll
We
definitely make
messed
sure
up.
we list it correctly so people can go and support. Wait a minute.
He's talking about if we get JJ it's a
Hey,
baby.
I need for you to post the MBX phone number.
Jorim is a mess, girl. I know you told me, but I was
All
not
right.
ready.
Yep. And Austin, we have a 13-year-old. Thank you very little. So he's holding it down for now. And it's quiet, so he's doing a good job. Yeah,
And mom
13
wants
year
an
old.
autograph copy. So make sure mom gets the autograph copy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good copy. Not need
No
no
Kindle.
Kindle.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. No Kindle. I am definitely getting a print copy. I don't want Kindle. I want something to hold, to show. I think it's going to be great. But I have certainly enjoyed y'all. Y'all have been the best.
Thank you.
Lots of entertainment. While he talking about he shot. Don't even
I
try.
never said that.
Well, you didn't say that, but you come off that way. But it's okay.
Yeah.
You
Everybody
said.
said you was acting like you was shy.
That's my mom. Hey, ma.
Hey mom.
Oh, mine just logged in.
Don't do that. Well, we have enjoyed chatting with y'all. We thank all of our Facebook family for tuning in. We want y'all to go get this book. It comes out next Tuesday. When it hits, y'all know I'm finna share all over the place.
And
Okay.
make sure
Just in time, kids.
you plug your podcast. But when is it gonna be on your podcast? This interview. You loading them, right? Oh, you're gonna check on the kids.
I heard
Yes. So this is of course live. The podcast will come out in a week or so. So you'll get that everybody will be able to hear this audio style. So that'll be great. Is the family joining us?
Just one of them.
Just it's like just one.
Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
You doing good? Okay.
say my birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, well, happy birthday, darling. Somebody posted it for you. Is that the number you want?
That's the number.
Okay. Oh, somebody's as excited. Is that JJ?
Yes, JJ.
JJ, they are excited. Look, everybody's saying, hey, JJ, you must be popular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you sound like your daddy.
No, he's a boss baby.
Oh, he's a boss baby. Okay.
Thank you, Princess.
Okay. I got one of them too. I mean, they grown now, but I had one of them too. So. Yes, yes. So we have certainly enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all. Wait.
Somebody said drop the cash app.
Oh God.
I can't help it. Wait, you got it, huh, bro? You got it?
I mean, hey, he got to go to college, so college
Listen, let's
fund.
go ahead and start that college fund right now, okay?
Grayson
He
said,
want his funds. They say he want his birthday money, like right now. Charles is messy, as I said.
he is 5. Oh my goodness.
Say no. Well, JJ, happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy it tomorrow. It's so good to see you. You're so welcome. Thank y'all for joining me, the Reids. It was amazing. And thank you, Facebook family. Don't forget, come back tomorrow. I got one last interview. Thanks again, y'all.
All right.